without rounding. Let's take a look at B. Among the 427 respondents, 30 said that they purchased electronics online. What percentage said that they purchased electronics online? So this time, we've got two numbers and we're trying to turn it into a percentage. Well, before I can turn something into a percentage, I have to have a decimal. So how do I get a decimal? Well, they gave me two numbers, 427 and a 30. Well, I need to rewrite it as a fraction first. Well, the 427 is my total, my group, which goes on the bottom. My 30 is who I'm talking about, so that will go on top, because we always think of fractions as parts over whole. So I need to go and do the division first. What is 30 divided by 427? Well, 30 divided by 427 is, I'm going to go out a couple decimal places, 0.0703. Okay, then the question is, what would this be as a percentage? Well, to turn this into a percentage, I'm going to multiply this by 100 or move the decimal place 2 places to the right, which will put that decimal right after the 7. So if I round this to the nearest percent, what percent is it? It's around 7%. Let's take a look at one last example. A New York Times editorial criticized a chart caption that described a dental rinse as one that reduces plaque on teeth by over 300%. What's the problem with this statement and why were people criticizing it? Well, the problem isn't what their actual claim is, it's the number here, the 300%. If you reduce someone's plaque by, let's say, 50%, you've taken away how much of it? Half. If you reduce somebody's plaque by 100%, what have you done? You've taken away all of it. So if 100% is all of it, what would 300% mean? You can't take away more than 100% because 100% is everything. Any percentages that you ever see that are above 100% they're dramatic. They're meant for effect. They actually have no meaning. So to have this percentage, it's over 100, it's meaningless and not possible. So it's not possible. It's just dramatic. So this is kind of the first kind of feel of, at least in the beginning of the math class, where you can have answers that are vague, answers that vary from person to person. So I do know that, especially with the vocabulary terms. So that's why a lot of the problems that are involving vocabulary terms in your first test will be multiple choice. Because there's no way for me to have, unless I were to do essay questions, a good way to kind of ask these questions when you're taking your test in my stat lab. So these will all be these type of questions, but they'll be multiple choice. So you can choose the option that fits the best for something like this. However, though, the numerical problems, there is no black or white. These are black or white. There's no, gray answers. The answers are the answers. The only ones where you might have issues with would be something like this last one, where you're actually making an interpretation. But like I said, those would be multiple choice problems so that you don't have to worry. You'd be just picking the option that best fits.